Hey, wake up, man. I don't got all day for you. Wake up. Wake your ass up. We're not doing this.
For those that don't know, Popular MMOs was recently arrested, and it is a devastating story. It is very clear by the body cam footage of these officers that Popular MMOs is not doing good in life. Not doing well in life, mentally, spiritually, physically, obviously, considering he couldn't outrun the officers. I guess he was very, very drunk, or possibly high, probably both. It is very, very unfortunate. Anytime somebody is giving into substance like that, there is something wrong. And it might be a simple thing like, oh, you just lack purpose in life, so you give into your pleasures. And a lot of times that can seep into addictions of drugs and alcohol. And that is never good. Now, in his case, because his story is a little different, and we actually know a little bit about his story, there might be something else going on here that is really affecting him and causing a lot of mental health problems. And it is so sad to see. This man is on suicide watch, and it is devastating. Popular MMOs was a famous Minecraft YouTuber in around 2014, 2015. He really blew up around that time, and his videos were funny. His videos with Gem, his ex-wife, they were funny. They were not bad. I mean, I wasn't the biggest Popular MMOs fan, but I really enjoyed the modded fights between the monsters. I remember those. Those were always very fun to watch. But I never really got too much into his videos. I probably only ever seen like 100 or so of his videos. I never got too deep into that as a kid. I was more into a lot of other obscure creators, as well as like the PvP scene after a while. And Cube UHC, I was very into Cube. So I wasn't into like Popular MMOs or Stampy or DanTDM too much. But Popular MMOs was always an interesting one for me because it's really devastating how a creator can go and fall so far down. And something we have to realize too is I'm fairly confident a lot of these YouTubers who were famous back in the day have mental health problems now. They're struggling to find their purpose. They have money, they have some things going for them, but they lack purpose. They don't have the same friend group they used to. They are alone, and they don't know what to do with their life. And it's very, very easy to give into addictions and to build addictions when you're in that kind of headspace and you don't know what to do with your life. And that's very clearly what happened to Popular MMOs, where he's giving into this instant gratification to numb the pain that he is going through. And if I had to guess, he probably spends 99% of his time drinking, smoking, giving into other addictions that he might have, because truth is, he can't be alone with himself. He can't be alone with his thoughts, and he can't live a normal life because it's just too hard to confront the reality of it. The reality of the divorce, the reality of life, the reality of the hard things that he's not strong enough to combat against. It's hard. Life is not easy. There is nothing easy about life as an adult. That's something I've learned in the past couple of years myself, is that it seems like it's all sunshine and rainbows, and it's like, oh, if I was this guy, I would do this. Oh, I wouldn't be addicted to that. Anybody can be in the situation that Popular MMOs is in. Anybody can be in his shoes. Anybody. The most mentally strong people, the most physically, the most spiritually strong, the people closest to God, the people who seem like they have it all together, the people who are completely different from him, can end up in that same dark place in life, and possibly even on suicide watch and ending their life. That's possible for all of us, and you would never think that somebody who obviously has it all together would do something like that. But man, I've been in some really beautiful places in life. So much peace, so much love, so much joy, so much just pure contentment in my life with where I'm at. Purpose, fulfillment, all these things. I've been in periods of my life where I felt like a kid again. Childlike joy. And yet, I've been in some really dark places even after that in life. And I've done things I never thought I would do. I've been addicted to things I never thought I'd be addicted to. And my mind has become a very negative place, despite it being like infamously very, very positive. I became very negative. Anybody can be in the place he's at in life. You might tell yourself you'd never end up in that situation, but chances are it's very much possible for you if similar things in life go wrong. A lot of us aren't that strong, and a lot of us already give into our addictions in some way. A lot of us already cope in some ways to distract us from life, distract us from ourselves, our insecurities, our shortcomings. A lot of us already do that. Imagine if things got worse and you had no hope, no direction. You just wanted it to end. You were tired of everything. You'll probably end up in the same situation, if not worse, than this guy. And so my heart goes out to him as somebody who's been in nowhere near of a similar situation to him, but also in a similar place in the sense of suffering and struggle and mental health. I've been there. I never got into alcohol or weed because that just wasn't the crowd I hung out with growing up, and I was never old enough to drink, so I never sought it out on my own. I was never a partier, so I didn't have to struggle with any of that stuff. But in terms of my own mental health, my thoughts, my mindset, thinking violent thoughts, thinking negative thoughts, thinking self-deprecating thoughts, suicidal thoughts, depressive thoughts, having anxiety, giving into junk food, giving into binge eating, giving into lust, so many other things. Man, it is not easy. It is not easy by any means. So my heart goes out to Popular Mos, Mr. Pat. It is devastating to see. And then my heart goes out to all the other YouTubers who made our childhood, who don't really have a purpose in life. I mean, for a time being, their kind of short-term purpose was making the videos, but after a while they lost their sense of purpose because it wasn't long-lasting. It didn't have any substance to it. It didn't have any soul to it. It was just short-term purpose from the success that they got doing it. So I pray for all the people out there who were a part of our childhoods, all the YouTubers. I really hope the best for them. I really hope they find purpose, they find God, they find meaning, they find love, joy, peace. Things that aren't necessarily found with money, but is found by becoming free, spiritually, mentally, just becoming free and chasing purpose and finding your purpose. And yeah, a lot of us aren't in that spot, but it is important to reach that at some point, because that is where you truly start living life, is when you have purpose and when you are living in the present and you are just loving your life. That's possible for you. If you're struggling right now with mental health, or you have addictions that are overcoming your life, or you've been arrested or fallen to the law, trust me, you're not too far gone. Just because you've been to prison, just because you've done this or done that, or have a bad credit score or something, or mental health, you're not too far gone. No matter what you've done, no matter what you've said, life can be really beautiful for you. You just have to discover that and find out how to make it that way. To be present, to find purpose. These are still possible for you, and if you do those things and you are living in those things, and you'll find happiness, and it's going to be everlasting for you. So I pray that we all find that. I pray that we all start improving our lives and chasing fulfillment, purpose, growth, rather than pleasure, instant gratification, addictions, dopamine. If my voice sounds a little weird in the second part of the video, If my voice sounds a little weird after like a certain part of the video, it's because I'm recording this part, this last like 7 or 8 minutes, I'm recording a little later on because I had to stop my recording abruptly, and I am very, very sick right now. I am losing my voice. My throat hurts. I've been coughing a lot. I think I have some kind of lung infection or bronchitis or something like that. So unfortunately, my voice is destroyed, but I wanted to still post this video because it is not going to be relevant for very long, and I kind of want to reach people with this message because it can affect them too. I mean, this isn't just about Pat. This isn't just about him. It's also about you and your future and your life. The same thing can happen to you. You think you might get married someday and not have any problems, not have anything go wrong. That's what I thought. But life is hard, and you'd be surprised how much you have to work at things and how easy it is. And once you've actually lived it, how easy it would be to actually sabotage and fold and cave in and suffer. It would be very easy for me to right now to ruin a lot of things in my life. I could totally do it easily in an instant. So stay humble, realize that Pat is a human being. He is a soul that is crying out for help, obviously, and it hurts to see him like this. It really does. I love you all. I hope this video helps you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Very exciting news that he wants to share with all of you.
Hey guys, if you want exciting news, subscribe to
Don't hurt yourself.
What's up, dudes? It's Pat, and welcome back to another video.
Hey guys.
So, we're making a video today that we've been dreading making for actually a really long time now.
Very long time.
To the point where it's hard to look serious in it because we put it off for so long.